Hi, it's Marina J. How are you feeling right now? So I want to talk to you about when you are overly empathic, it hurts your soul. It literally hurts your soul. Before I get into that, I want to share that I'm running some free training called Expansion Week on the 7th, 8th, and 9th of November. It's for you to heal your shadow. We're going to be doing shadow work so you can expand into the amazing, light, powerful being that you are. If this speaks to you, I'll put the link below. Come join us. It's the work that I do with my clients, and we're going to have fun, but we're also going to heal deeply and we're going to expand, right? I want you expanding into a much more powerful you so that you can really stand in your power and do what you came here to do. When you are overly empathic, you are feeling their needs louder than your own. And in so many cases, you won't even hear your own needs. And that means you're going to interrupt yourself. You're going to interrupt what you're doing. You're going to interrupt your thoughts with their problems or their feelings because they're going to be super loud. That means that you won't have breakfast on time because you're busy texting them, helping them, or you're on the phone, or you will stop what you're doing and you will continually drop what you're doing in order to serve another. When we have this consistent pattern, it becomes very damaging to your soul because you have one body. This body is not meant to be just supporting your body and everybody else's body. Your body is meant to be just supporting you. And if you've had narcissistic abuse, you would have learned to live outside of yourself very often because their moods, their energy were louder and bigger and dominant, much more so than your own. And their loud moods and energy and however they walked into the house would have controlled the house. And so when you've had narcissistic abuse, you begin to feel what the other person's feeling as a form of, I want to make sure I'm protected and safe. And then as we move into adulthood, just notice if you're somebody that is much more likely to really feel what the other person's feeling, so much so that you don't want to hurt them. And because you don't want to hurt them, you don't think there's any space for you to say what you need, for you to say no, for you to say anything actually. And you end up serving these people that don't even realize that maybe you're not happy, maybe you've got needs, all of that stuff. So being overly empathic also hurts the relationship because it ends up being all about them, but not about you. And you're too, I won't say normal for that. Like you have needs too, right? You actually have needs as well. And so when we're overly empathic, it means we're under, I don't know what the word would be, we're underly empathic towards ourselves, right? It literally means that our health will suffer, our dreams will suffer, and we will end up not truly feeling how the outside world and how people affect us. So that means you're much more likely to say yes to things that are going to hurt you. You're not going to really know your own mind a lot of the times. You are going to feel guilty if you don't help people, if you don't give to people. This could be your children, right? This could be your partner. This could be healthy relationships that you're in. Narcissistic abuse has a way of making you feel like it's normal for you to be drained. It's normal for you to overgive and under-receive in relationships when it actually isn't. It actually isn't. And so doing the work on yourself is so important, so that when you are with somebody, you are also as loud in your mind as the other person. And you can't go past it. You have to get your needs met, as long as obviously it's not going to hurt anybody. We're not saying that, right? But your needs are really, really important. And so how can you turn the volume up on what you need? Because that is one of the key ways to start really healing and flourishing after narcissistic abuse, is that you matter, you are important. I matter, I'm important. I'm important to myself. My feelings are important, right? And that self-love, that empathy, if you can grow that empathy that you have for yourself, that will change so much for you. Like, how much compassion do you have for yourself right now? Or are you still thinking a lot about them? Still thinking a lot about what they've done? Still thinking about maybe, maybe you're watching a lot of videos or reading a lot of things about them and their headspace. I'm not massively interested in that, because we already know as much as we need to know to heal. We don't need all the details. We need to heal. We need the focus to come back in on ourselves, because that's part of the problem with narc abuse, is that the focus has been too much on them. So we negate how we feel. We minimize how we feel. We brush over how we feel. It's okay. It's fine. I can handle it. It's fine. Don't actually feel how things affect us. And that's one of the biggest things that you can do right now, is say to yourself, can I have compassion for myself right now? And if I really had compassion for myself right now, what would I do? And stay there. Don't jump over it. Don't ignore it. Don't get distracted. Really hear yourself. What is your soul yearning for right now? And if you can hear it, and if you can follow it, you're always going to be guided back to self-love. And self-love is the greatest love that you can cultivate after narcissistic abuse, because you're already very good at loving others. This is now loving yourself. And true self-love would never hurt you. It would never annihilate you. It would never crush you. It will never kill you. It will never do any of those things. All it will do will give you the beautiful unconditional love, right, that you were born with. We're all born initially we're all born, right, with love. And when we pass away, we go back into love. And so all we're doing now is returning ourselves back to that loving relationship that we have with ourselves, that we thought there was no time for, no space for, because we were in survival mode. Now, can you have compassion for yourself right now? And are you willing to give it to your beautiful self? Oh, my love.